Wagwan Catch a Fire. Today I'm going to show you guys how we oxtail. Yes sir. So we do oxtails every Friday and Saturday, guys, and I'm just wanted to come show you guys how we put it together. All right, so today is Thursday, by the way. We're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up and seasoned up best as we can. Sir. Guys, so we're gonna, these were frozen, so we're gonna break them apart a little bit. Not to worry. So I want to tell you guys about the process, right? As I just mentioned, today is Thursday. We do the oxtails Fridays and Saturdays. So we pre-season them at least 24 hours before we get them going, right? I'm a little bit late today, which is why I'm gonna add a little extra seasoning on them. But you always want to marinate your meat. It always tastes better when you let it marinate and sit in that seasoning so it can soak up in the meat and, you know, just basically get rid of all that freshness. Right? So, I'm gonna pour some water on there. Pour some water on this one as well. I'm gonna wash them off, right? Because you also want to clean your meat. I just want to, you know, show you guys how we take pride and principle in the way that we prepare the food that's going in your belly. And I think that's very important. That's just the way I was taught, and we're not going to cut any corners here at Catch a Fire. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some vinegar in there. Vinegar is going to help clean the meat. All right. And then I'm also going to pour a little bit of lemon juice, just to also help the acidity, to help with cleaning the meat. All right, just a little bit in the water. Perfect. It's gonna get a little loud in here because I'm about to turn back on the AC. I can't. it's too hot. All right, guys. So as you can see, we got our water and our vinegar, and we're gonna let these sit inside of the water and vinegar so it can soak up a little bit and get cleaned up. Same thing with this side. We're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes or so. Defrost completely. You can't really put seasoning on frozen meat because it won't really stick to the meat, right? So, and when we're ready to season it, we'll come back, show you guys what that looks like, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to show you guys the cooking process. All right guys, so now that the meat is nice and soft, as you can see, nice and soft, that vinegar really works fast on the defrosting process. I'm going to go ahead and throw this water off and then throw fresh water on there to wash off the rest of the vinegar. I might have to do that a couple times, but we'll see how, because you can usually tell by the way it feels, sometimes smell. But yeah, so we're gonna wash these off now, and then I'm just gonna season them with our dry and wet seasonings, okay? And then that'll be it until tomorrow. Cold water, just give it a little rinse. As you can see, we still got a little bit of red in the water, so you wanna try to get as much of that out as possible. Pretty sure it's that color right now because there might have been a little bit more water settling at the bottom because I couldn't really turn it out the way I wanted to. So I'm gonna go ahead and nice and clean. Yeah man, this is where you want it to be. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and heavily season it because there's a lot of oxtail. Heavily seasoned. So the reason why I use the complete seasoning is because it allows me to have flavor and get the sodium, so I don't have to use as much salt. I'm still gonna hit it with a little bit of salt, but you're gonna see I'm not gonna use as much salt as I did with the complete. You see that? That's it. See that? That's it. And I'm gonna just, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of our jerk seasoning. Right? Just to add a little flavor. Some of you watching this gonna be like, what? Jerk seasoning in the oxtail? Yeah, jerk seasoning. Listen, this is Ketchup Fire. At Ketchup Fire, we jerk everything, man. This is just a flavor. This is just a unique flavor that my dad showed me. Because jerk is not just all about spice. Jerk is also flavor, right? So it's a unique flavor of a blend of different spices. So it adds flavor. Yeah. And I bet you'll come and taste the oxtail, and the oxtail won't even be spicy. Just because of the proportion of the meat versus the amount of seasoning. But they're not even cooked yet. Alright, Ketchup Fire family, so now that we have the oxtail nice and seasoned, and man, let me tell you, they smell good. Now this is step 1 of the seasoning, right? So this is step 2, right? Step 1 was cleaning the oxtail, step 2 is dry seasoning with the jerk as well. And then tomorrow, when we get ready to put it to cook, we'll add our garlic, we'll add our onions, scallion, thyme, and everything else we need. You know, once the oxtail gets to cooking, we'll add our coconut milk. So, yeah, there you have it. The dry season, clean, ready to go. We're gonna put this in the fridge until tomorrow. Catch you guys tomorrow morning. Continuation of this video. We got our beautiful oxtail here, cooking nice and slowly on the stove. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add in my carrots and potatoes. I'd love for those to kind of boil out into the sauce, and also for some of them not to boil out into the sauce. But the carrots and potatoes add a really nice texture to the sauce. All right, so at this stage, it's all about timing, and it's about time for those carrots and potatoes to go in, because these oxtails are almost ready to be served. It's just how low and slow I cook them, right? Like again, it's all about timing with this food. My dad taught me to be very delicate with the time that you spend cooking your food, because you control the outcome, right? If something burns and it burns really bad, obviously it's because you turned it up you tried to cook it too fast. But if you want to control the deliciousness, the tenderness, every aspect of any part of the food, you have to give yourself time and give it grace and do it with love. So we're going to go ahead and add our carrots and potato. I got some more I want to cut up. I'm going to cut them up and put them in a little bit later. But for some of these, I want them to kind of boil out into the sauce. Like I said, to give that gravy some texture. I like to use the sweet onions. These don't have to cook for too long, but I like to use these onions because I like the flavor of these a little better than the yellow ones. Seasoning, dry seasoning we put on there, and then we're gonna go ahead again and add more layers of seasoning, which is your garlic, your bell peppers, and your onions. Just gonna add a little bit. Just a little bit. Nice and small, because I want that to boil out into the sauce again, guys. When this boils out into the sauce, it gives the sauce flavor. It gives the meat flavor. And just going to give it a little stir. Send those to the bottom. There you go. Give that gravy some flavor, some texture to the body. And turn it down low as possible. We don't rush it. We don't need to rush it. You know, we started this at 6 o'clock this morning, so no need to rush it. I'm gonna wash my pepper, throw it in there on the top just to give it a scent, a hint. Go ahead and add some bell peppers. A little bit of bell peppers in there. Just a little bit, kind of, like I said, boil out into that gravy, add texture, add flavor. Most bell peppers don't have flavor. The only bell pepper that has flavor to me is the green ones. more garlic. I added garlic earlier, but I'm gonna add that now to kind of bring back that freshness. Because when you add water to something, it kind of washes out your flavor, so you want to add back a little bit more of your the solid seasonings, not the salt and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and throw one of these bad boys in there as well. Now I'm gonna throw this in whole. I'm gonna wash it first, but I'm gonna throw it in just like that. But I want to get a little flavor from it, but I don't want the oxtail to be burning hot. All right, just want to give it a little hint of the pepper. I don't want to.